Tanisha's Beauty Supply, beauty power and style, power and style. Tanisha's Beauty Supply, beauty power and style, power and style. Got whatever you need.
2021. Is it a good time for you as an African American to open a beauty supply store this year? I'm gonna have to say it's a great time for you to open a beauty supply store this year. My name is Tanisha, and I am the owner of Tanishas Beauty Supply store that's located in Oak Park, Michigan, right next door to Detroit. I have had my beauty supply store for almost 2 years now, and I've been on a wonderful journey. It has been challenging, but rewarding at the same time. I'm gonna share with you some of the reasons why I think it's a great time to open a beauty supply store. The first reason I think that it's a great time for you as an African American to open your own beauty supply store this year is it's a movement that you will become part of. You will be joining a group of brave brothers and sisters who have said enough is enough. No more Asians selling us all of our beauty supply products when they don't even wear products. No more horrible subpar customer service when we walk into their stores. No more abuse, them putting their hands on us, accusing us of stealing, talking in different languages that they know that most of us don't understand when we're patronizing their stores. No more. And that is a movement. There is a growing number of African Americans who have said, enough. We are going to sell to our own people. We are going to provide the customer service that we know that they need. We wear the products. We wear the shampoos. We wear the gel. We wear the hair extensions. We wear the braids. We wear the oils. We wear the product. So we are going to provide that service to our people. So when they come in our stores, they can ask us about a product and we can tell them from a personalized viewpoint. I applaud the brave men and women who have decided that although this journey can be tough, and it is tough, not can be, it will be. Although this journey will be tough, they have decided that they are determined to make a business that serves their people by their people. The decision to break through a market that has been systematically designed to lock most African Americans out of being part of the sales. This system has been set up when it comes to African American hair care. Primarily Asians are the only group of people able to easily walk into the industry and take part in the profit. This same system has been designed to blockade African Americans from taking part in any of the sales, in any of the benefits. If you think about the Asian beauty supply stores that are located all along the inner cities of America, it doesn't matter that the neighborhood has a high crime rate. It doesn't matter that the neighborhood looks poor. You can look all along the neighborhoods where African Americans struggle the most, and there are a few businesses that you are going to see that are going to be in business. And one of those is your beauty supply stores. They are not allowing crime to run them out of their businesses. You're gonna see your liquor stores, and they're not gonna be owned by African Americans for the most part. The beauty supply stores are not gonna be owned by African Americans for the most part. And it's 2021, people. How long? How long are we going to sit and continue to go and give our money to this other race of people and not figure out how to partake in the profits of our own people, our people, are the ones who are spending this money. Our people are the ones who are paying $100 a bundle for a bundle of hair. Our people do that. How long are we going to sit on the other side and go and line up in these Asian beauty supply stores and give them $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 monthly to beautify ourselves? How long are we going to do that? It's 2021. Enough is enough. So if you decide to open your own beauty supply store, you will be joining a movement of African Americans who have said enough is enough. Not going into any more Asian beauty supply stores to support their children in college, to pay their mortgages off, to buy them cars cash, while we continue to struggle with debt, payday loans, all kinds of impoverished practices. We have to decide enough is enough. There is a lucrative business on the other side where we are the primary customer, and that is the beauty supply industry. And if we don't take that industry back, then shame on us. If we continue to go line up in those stores and continue to get treated like animals, shame on us. We cannot blame the Asians, and this video is not to blame them. I can't blame them. I don't blame them. But we have got to one day say enough is enough, and 2021 is a great time to say enough is enough. One of the main reasons why I'm in this business, actually, I would have to say it's either number one or number two. Why I'm in this business is because I'm part of a movement that says we are going to change this landscape. As an African American, I should not have to wonder if there's a beauty supply store owned by an African American. I should know there's multiple beauty supply stores owned by African Americans. Some of you might ask, well, they have all the beauty supply store locations. If I open up, I'm going to be opened up right next to them. So what? You set your store up. You're African American. You have supreme customer service. Who do you think your people are going to go to? Now, I know. There are some of us who will say, well, I don't like that price. I'm going over here to the Asians. Or I don't like the fact that they don't have 50 different shampoos. I'm going down here where they got a lot. There are some of us who have not caught the revelation. But don't let that stop you, because there are a lot of us who say, you don't have 50 bottles of different kinds of shampoo, but this is the shampoo that I use. Can you please start stocking this? Yes, I can, because I want to come to you and I want to spend my money with you. There are some of us who will say, I know your prices might be a little more on some items because you don't have all kinds of unity and networking access like the Asians do. But if I've got to pay a couple of dollars or cents more on a couple of items to lift my people up in this industry, I'm willing to do that. There are some of us who will think that way. So don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged and think that you cannot open your beauty supply store, because there are Asian beauty supply stores all across the landscape of these great United States. You will notice that multiple beauty supply stores do not stop the Asians from opening up near each other. What they do, they unify. I have seen it with my own eyes. I was shopping at an Asian beauty supply store because I still shop at Asian beauty supply stores as an emergency tactic. When I'm out of something and I don't want to wait for my next order, I'll run down the street, grab a couple of things just to make sure that I have that item for my customer. So I was in the Asian beauty supply store and I saw this beautiful, sleek, luxurious Cadillac Escalade pull up in front of the Asian beauty supply store. It was beautiful. Out pops two Asian men. They go into this large Asian beauty supply store and they come out with loads of boxes. So I'm thinking to myself, as a beauty supply store owner, what are they doing? Because, when we shop wholesale as beauty supply store owners, we don't go to the beauty supply store to get our products wholesale. We order them from the distributor. That's how we get the good price. Light bulb came on. They have unified these two Asian men that jumped out of this beautiful up-to-date Escalade that was probably paid off with no car note on it. These two men own an Asian beauty supply store. They came to this particular one because they unify and they go in together and order their product. So don't be afraid to open up near other beauty supply stores. And the more African American beauty supply stores that we open, guess what? We can do the same thing. We can unify, put our money together, and get our order. One of the African American beauty supply stores might be able to get an account that another African American beauty supply store had not been able to get, and they can unify and work together. So the movement is the number one reason why it's a great time to go into the beauty supply store business in 2021. With the death of George Floyd, and before that, I know a lot of African Americans are feeling like we've been screaming for hundreds of years that this has been going on. We've been tired for hundreds of years, but we cannot deny that there are some white brothers and sisters who are also tired. The public death of George Floyd sparked a movement that was already there, but it sparked it again for some of our white brothers and sisters. And if we don't walk in that, then shame on us. You got to walk in it. You got to take every opportunity you can. So number one reason to go into the beauty supply store business as an African American is the movement. Join the movement. The number two reason is money. I'll tell you a story. One of my friends telling me that she was in the beauty supply store because she loves wigs. So she was in the beauty supply store and she was trying on her wig, getting ready to make her purchase. And she said, Tanisha, I promise you, there were about 3 or 4 people ahead of me in line and they were buying wigs. And she said, in a matter of 20 minutes, those Asians made over $1,100. And I believe her. Because my store, which is a very small store, only been in business a little over a year and a half, brought in revenue in the 6-figure range. And I just have a small store, and I still don't have everything that I'm going to have as far as what my customers are willing to buy. And that was also during a COVID year where the store was partially shut down. So money is definitely in the black beauty supply industry. It's full of money. I have wigs that sell for as little as $19.99 all the way up to $439. And there are some wigs, when you get into custom wigs, they can go for $700 and $800. Now, I don't personally sell wigs that high because I always want to keep my prices reasonable. That's just my thing. You can make a lot of money off wigs. I also sell wigs online, and if you want to check out some of the wig styles that I have, just visit www.tanishasbeautysupply.com. You can order the wigs, we'll ship them to your house. Some of the wigs, there's no shipping charge. We have beautiful units. We have synthetic, we have blended, we have human, different colors, different styles, lace front, 360 lace, all types of wigs that you can order online. Mind you, the store the in-person store or the brick and mortar store brought in 6 figures during a COVID year. That doesn't include what can be done online. I've just started pushing the online sales. The online sales can really double that income. This is just an example of some of the money that's available in the beauty supply store industry. I'll give you another example of some of the money. I sell high quality bundle hair. I sell grade 10A. I also sell other different grades of bundles, and I have really good quality bundle hair. 3 bundles of hair and a frontal can add up to $400. Now imagine if you had 10 sales that week of women coming in for bundles and frontals and closures. That's $4,000 revenue just on 10 customers. If my store can produce over $100,000 in its beginning stages during COVID, what is the store going to do once it's really solidified, stocked to the fullest? What will the revenue be then? And if you think about it, let's think about an Asian beauty supply store. An Asian beauty supply store brings in an average of $50, $60, $70, $80, $100,000 per month. Per month. Because these stores are stocked to the max, and we're going to go to the stores. Do you ever see an Asian beauty supply store advertising on television? Do you ever see an Asian beauty supply store advertising on Instagram, Facebook? Rarely. I've never seen one advertise on television. Facebook, a little. So think about the money, $100,000 a month with no need to advertise. The money is phenomenal. We gotta join in this business as African Americans because we're missing out. The reason I know that the Asian beauty supply stores make an average of $100,000 a month is because I can look at my numbers. I'm averaging about $15,000 a month in revenue on a small scale without, like I said, having everything my customers are willing to buy. In the beginning infancy stages of my business, $15,000 a month. If I'm doing that, and I'm not even on the main street, I'm in a building, not even on the main street. If I'm doing that inside of a building that's not a standalone on the main street with channel letters outside on the sign, then what in the world would a store that's standing alone with the light up letters on the outside, what is their monthly revenue? If mine's is about $15,000, you gotta times that at least by 10. So over $100,000 a month is what these stores bring in. We as African Americans have got to become part of that in 2021. Will you have to work hard? Yes, you will. It's not gonna come easy, but if you subscribe to my channel, I will take you step by step, different videos, many videos I have published that will show you the ropes, that will teach you the methods. I charge $5,000, $500, $50,000 to give you this knowledge. I don't charge anything, not as of yet. The way that I bring you content that's free to you is to just have you subscribe to the channel, because YouTube will pay me with advertisements that they'll run on my channel. So all you'll have to do is just when they run the commercials, just please let them play. So, and I know there are programs out there and they do charge. There are African Americans who are in the business and they do have coaching classes, they have programs, they have supports for that people can take advantage of if they want, in-depth knowledge with setting up their beauty supply store. But the reason I chose to go the free route for now is because when I started my beauty supply store, I didn't have $5,000 to give someone to show me how to do it. I had to just jump out there and learn it. And when I went to YouTube to try to pull up videos, there weren't many. There were almost none that really dug into the depths and the details of how to operate your business, how to set it up. I even teach you how to run your business from home. I go to my business twice a month and I spend every bit of one day each time. And then I go back to a whole different state to go home. So I even teach you how to do all of that. So all you have to do if you want that information is subscribe. You don't have to pay anything, at least not as of yet. You don't have to pay anything. Just listen to the videos and let's get in this money, people. Let's get this money. I'm now working on my second location in another state. This time it'll be the state I live in. So I'm now working on my second location. So my goal is to just continue to open these stores. I have to start small, and I did start small. I started with a 400 square foot space, and then I expanded to a 1,200 square foot space, and now I'm getting ready to do another small space in another state. But we've got to get this money, people. We've got to get this money, African American sisters and brothers. Another reason that we need to go into this business in 2021 is it's fun. It's fun to, especially as a woman, to sell these products because I get to wear the products that I like. I get to talk about them. I get to feel pretty when I put the products on. I get to shop. Who doesn't want to shop for a living? I get to shop and order for a living. Most of the times when we shop, we have to make up an excuse of why we're spending money again. I don't have to have an excuse. I just can spend money because I have to do it for my business. So we get to shop jewelry, clothes, hair products, makeup. That's fun. That is really fun. So that's another reason to go into this business. And if you are not into the shopping, you're a guy, like, no, that's for the ladies. Well, think about it. There are other aspects to this business other than the beauty part. And Asian men have proven that to you because they have no qualms about running a multi-million-dollar beauty supply store while being a man. And there are men who do shop at these stores. I have a variety of men that come in. I have a good number of men that come in and they buy the brushes, the do-rags, oils, beard oil, beard conditioner, oil sheen. They buy all kinds of products. And eventually I want to start carrying the men's clothing because the wonderful thing about a beauty supply store is you can carry clothing. Not just beauty supply products, but you can carry clothing as well. Another reason to get into the beauty supply business in 2021 is you have access to wholesale prices. Once you have access to wholesale prices and you have practice with ordering things wholesale, a lot of shopping at the retail level you won't even engage in anymore because you know you can get it wholesale. So it saves you money when you can get things wholesale. The variety that you can put in a beauty supply store, there's a plethora of things that you can carry. It's almost like a Walgreens in a way because You can carry so many products, different varieties of products. The only thing that you probably would have to be careful about is food, because there are laws when it comes to food. But you can carry virtually almost everything. So the benefit to that is, if there's a slow season with clothing, let's say it's after Christmas and clothing is not doing well, guess what is doing well? Hair products. Because you know, us is, we're gonna get that hair done. We're gonna keep our hair done. Even the simplest hairstyles. I probably got the most simple hairstyle you could have. I still have to have gel. I still have to have color rinse. I still have to have oil. So whether it's after Christmas or not, you will sell beauty supply products. Even during COVID, people want to be in the house looking decent. When they get on their social media, they want to look at least decent. They might even slap on a wig. So whereas your beauty supply products might not be as high during a certain season, your wigs might be selling during a certain season. So you are always selling something when it comes to the beauty supply business. I'm in a building where we have a lot of boutiques. They sell a lot of clothes and they do very well. But one thing I do notice, during the slow seasons, it's brutal for them. Especially like right before Christmas, when people are not really shopping for themselves, and after Christmas when they're broke, they are struggling to stay open. But the beauty supply stores has a continuous flow of people coming in. We do experience some differences in money level or revenue level, but we have a continuous flow of people. It never really changes that much, because you're almost like a grocery store. You are in an essential business. You're almost like a grocery store or drugstore. People need you. So you want to have a product that's in demand, and the beauty supply business is a product that's in demand. Connections. You get to make some great connections once you get into the business. You get to meet other Black entrepreneurs who are on their journey. Community. You get to have an impact in your community. If you open up a beauty supply store, you are an inspiration to the people in your community, because you are presenting something that a lot of them didn't even know was possible in these great United States. And last, partnerships. When you're in the beauty supply business, you're going to make partnerships with photographers, with hairdressers, barbers, beauty schools, boutiques, people who make their own beauty products. You're going to form partnerships, and it's going to be a benefit to you business-wise. Now, what I want you to do, because I don't want to come off like there are no problems in the beauty supply business, because it is very hard. I want you to watch my video, 4 reasons not to open a beauty supply store. The reason I want you to watch that video is because I go through the list of the most difficult challenges of opening a beauty supply store. So you've seen this video. I want you to watch that video, so then you can decide if this is something for you. I give you the good and the bad, because it's not for everyone. If you're somebody who you don't like the constant stocking that you have to do in a beauty supply store, this business is not for you. It's constant stocking. It's constant adding to your inventory, constantly. I hope this information has been helpful to you. If you know someone who can benefit from this information, please share the video. If you would like to hear tips about the beauty supply store industry from an African American, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you when I bring content. And I will see you in the next video.